I remember as a little girl, I would climb all over him, I would jump all over him. And one day I said, Daddy, open up your stomach so I can go in and sit down in your stomach. Since my friends, I was a sought after child. I was looked for.
Life is a journey, and 60, as they say, is the diamond milestone. Resilience, faith, and wisdom. And today, at 60, Mrs. Adesua Obasohan is a testimony to strength, faith, wisdom, growth. And she is about to tell us her own story as she celebrates 60 years, the diamond milestone. You're going to be hearing her story told in her own words. Hello, mommy. How are you doing today?
I'm awesome.
Oh my
Thank you for
God.
asking.
You see how beautiful she's looking, even at 60. Come on now. Mommy, tell us, how does it feel to be celebrating 60 years?
60. I can't even believe I'm 60, to be quite honest. You know, years ago when you attend birthdays of people celebrating 60 and you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're like, wow, 60. Yeah, I'm 60.
Oh my
So
God.
it's a feeling.
Oh my God. I can't tell it. I can't wait to be there.
Really? It comes quick.
Oh wow. But you really look gorgeous now. You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you so
even
much.
At 60.
Thanks a million.
So we're talking about your childhood. Can you throw us back to where it all started, the beginning? What stories were you told about your birth?
A lot of stories. A lot of stories. I'm from a very, very close-knit family. I grew up with a lot of love from my parents, from my extended family, from the community. I was told so many stories about my birth. Everybody has a story to tell.
True.
And my parents, of course, both my mom and my dad had children before me from separate relationships. And when they got married, they both traveled to the UK. They were in the UK for quite some time, could not have any more children. And they came back home. You know, in Nigeria, you are married, you don't have a child with the person you are married to. It's taboo.
Somehow,
this was in the 60s. And so my mom and dad, of course, my mom had her 2 children, my dad had 3 children at the time with, but they didn't have one together. And so they were looking for me.
Oh my God, they were
looking for me. And, after several years, I came forth. I was, like I said to my siblings, my friends, I was a sought after child. I was looked for. Sometimes you just get pregnant easily. Thank God for that. And but in my own case, it wasn't the case with my parents. And so when I was born, because I actually asked my dad, I said, Daddy, why, because my dad had this very, very special bond, I believe, with me. He had special bonds with all his children, don't get me wrong. Every one of them has a story to tell about, because my dad was a perfect, a loving father, a doting father. And so every one of us has a story to tell about our relationships with our dad or our mom. But I personally asked my dad, I said, Dad, why do you feel the way you feel about me? Why do you treat me the way you treat me? And he said, at the time you came into my life, I already had everything I needed in life. I had a good career going, I had a good house, I had the vehicles, I had everything. But I needed that child with my wife. I needed that baby, a little child running around my home. And there was that absence. And there was that void which he needed to fill. And so I came along. And so he cherished my coming.
Oh, this is making me want to ask this question. Because you are a sought after child, do you think it's contributed in one way or the other to who you've become today?
I believe so, because I have so much love in me. I am a very loving person by nature. And it's easy for me to love. I love people. I have no issues sharing love. I'm a loving human being, and I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm a happy girl.
I can tell.
I'm happy. And so I think that stems from my upbringing, because I was showered with a lot of love. When I was born, they told me I had so many names given to me. Everybody came and wanted to give me a name. Even the house boy my mom had or the house girl she had, gave me a name. So I have so many names, and so over the years I was showered with a lot of love, which to this day I feel like that kind of had a part to play in my life, my outlook on life. I don't take anything too seriously.
Serious. That's why you're shining at 60.
It is what it is.
Wow. So,
Yes.
with all these loving memories you have, can you share us one in particular that is so fun and dear to you from your childhood?
I loved my dad so much. I loved my dad so much. And I remember as a little girl, I would climb all over him, I would jump all over him. And one day I said, Daddy, open up your stomach so I can go in and sit down in your stomach. Open up your stomach so I can go in and sit down there. And I said, Really? I wish you could, my darling daughter. I want you here with me. At the time, I really didn't know what that meant.
What that means?
That was, I wanted to be with him so much like that. And so he was a wonderful father. So was my mom. So was my mom, a loving, doting mom. So I'm blessed, to have had such wonderful people raise me.
Wow.
Even for my grandparents. My grandparents were loving, loving grandparents.
Wow, this is amazing. Like, I'm just so speechless. When we talk with our elders and like, mommy, daddy, what was your childhood like? I suffer. Oh, my parents did not just like me. This. But hearing this is really giving me this joy that I can actually get married to a man and I can actually love my children and I can actually show them this love and they can talk about it when they too grow old. I think it's a lesson to every parent out there. Please love your child. If I let them request that they want to go into your stomach. Just like our mommy just said. Okay, so let's transition rather from your childhood to your teenage life. So tell us, how was teenagehood like?
Teenage years for me was sweet, was lovely, and beautiful memories. Beautiful memories. I grew up between Benin and Delta State. Then it was the Del Midwest.
Okay.
My dad at the time was the divisional officer, DO, in the Delta region of Midwest State. And so I attended the Motan Primary School.
In Benin here?
And then when my dad got transferred to the Delta area, I also attended UVN Nursery School, Efuru. And so made some good friends, some family friends at the time. And that's when I actually met my husband. We were kids. We were little kids. Little kids. We lived in Warri. We lived by the ocean, by the Warri GRA at the time, and we lived in SS Quarter 3, if memory serves me right, and he was living in SS Quarter 4 or 5, something like that. And so we were friends. Just because we were all Benin families, we kind of connected together, and so we became friends, just kiddies. And over the years, we maintained our friendship, and today, 40-something years later, we are still legally married, and not counting the years we were just plain old baby friends. So my husband has been a part of my life since I was age 7. Yes.
Oh wow, this is a testament to long relationship
that
people feel doesn't work. Like it's something we have now. Like we are in a relationship with a guy 10 years. Please, what are people waiting for? Long relationship does not work. Does not do this. But hearing that you've been with your husband knew you when you were 7, and you've been friends till now and still married.
Still my very good friend, my best friend.
How does that feel? Let's talk about that. No, before we go back to this, how does it feel? Like, didn't you feel like, okay, maybe the friendship is too much? I don't know. What's the connection like for you to keep such a friendship from 7 years till marriage and now?
When you are young and innocent, you just do things you don't even know you are doing. We were just friends, just neighborhood kids that maybe liked each other. And you know how boys will say they like a girl and then they will be spinning the girl, or
exactly.
I never had that experience. He was just a friend that would buy me Kit Kat chocolate, goody, and he would go to the supermarket across the street from the house, and he would just bring them to me, and I would be excited. So we never really went on a date. Never really went on a date. My whole time with my boyfriend at the time, we're just friends. And I never saw him as a boyfriend, I saw him as a brother. I think that contributed to our long-term friendship because I grew up with him, and so I saw him as more of a brother than a boyfriend. And so till this day, he's my brother. My husband is my brother.
I'm going to ask a question regarding this this family issue later, but before that, I want to know what were the challenges you faced as a teenager, maybe transitioning into youth.
For my mom was always scared that I was a rascal. I had my rascal moments. And so my mom was scared that I would be too rascal. Oh, I don't want ball. But I was just playing. I love to play. I love to have fun. And and so my mom was so scared. And she would say, you know what that means? Don't come and go, get rough to the point,
wild.
go wild. So she was really scared. And so she protected me. She shielded me. But me, you wear for idea.
Oh my God.
So she was always like, read your book, face your book. Thank God today I have an MBA, I'm educated. So my mom really wanted me to be focused, to be productive in life, and all of that good stuff which any parents would want for their children. And so I left Nigeria at a very, very young age. Right after high school, I left Nigeria. But before then, I had beautiful memories of my grandparents, my cousins. Our home was the hub of the family. My grandparents' home was the hub of the family. Our home was the hub of the family. And so we always had cousins, friends, family friends, cousins at the house. I don't remember a time where we were less than 15 people in my father's house at any given point.
So it was more like a community.
Right. My father's family members, my mother's family members, everybody came to our house. I had a cousin that I thought was a child of my parents. We grew up together, because she took on my dad's name. So we had a lot of people like that. On an average, like when the first son builds a house or when a child builds a house, he brings in the other family members. Yes, our home was that home for his family.
Well, what do you have to say about that, looking at our present age? I mean, nobody wants to. Some people be like, I beg, I don't want to live with my grandmother. I don't want to live with this. I just want me alone in the house. How do you relate this to?
I'm not a loner. I'm not, far from it. I love people. I love being around people. I'm a people's person. My grandmother, whom I love dearly, passed on about 3 years ago. She was over 100 years old. My grandmother was my first cookery teacher. She taught me how to cook. My grandmother was a beautiful, beautiful spirit, beautiful human being. And my grandmother, when I was, much younger, because at some point my parents were transferred, and so I stayed with my grandparents for a little while. So whenever my grandmother wanted to cook, she would call me to the kitchen and sit me down on a little joko and have me pound not pepper, ogbolo.
Oh, okay.
Break it down.
Yeah.
I won't be able to grind it to be smooth, but I'll just use that calabash rope and just be pounding it, and I'll watch her cook. So that was my first cooking lesson 101. My nephews and nieces will tell you, my auntie, this one cooks the best ogbolo soup, because I watched my grandmother cook ogbolo soup so many times. That's how I learned how to cook ogbolo soup. So ogbolo soup is my favorite soup.
Oh my God! I also love ogbolo soup. I can't deny that.
Yes. So my grandparents, their home was filled with a lot of family members. So that's how I grew up. A lot of people around. I didn't grow up in an environment where it was just mom and dad and just siblings. No, my grandparents' home was filled with family. A lot of family. My grandfather was a hard-working man. So was my grandma, businesswoman. He was working. So my grandma loved to cook a lot. And then I used to ask her, Ije, why are you cooking so much? The yam you have in the pot, we are not that. She would say, you don't know who is coming from a trip. Lo and behold, people will come, and that food will be eaten. So my grandparents' home, there was always food. We always had, because my grandfather was an avid farmer. He worked at Ministry of Works, my grandfather that was. my maternal grandparents. But he also had fun farming. He had a humongous farm. So food was in surplus. So my parents' home was the same. My mom, we had a lot of food. We cooked all the time. My mom won't do the cooking actually. She loved to cook. She loved to cook as well like her mom, but she had so many house help. And so there was a lot of cooking always at our house, entertaining. She was younger, and at the time, she loved to bake. And that's where my passion for baking stemmed from.
Oh.
As young children, my mom would mix, like on holidays, she would mix chin chin, she would mix puff puff, and then she would have us cut up the chin chin and fry chin chin for the holidays, Easter, Christmas, major, holidays. And so I learned, I fell in love with baking at that point in my life. And it's not surprising to me that I grew up like that, and now I have a bakery here in Benin, and that's a passion that I've had for many years.
Wow.
So there's no holiday that will come true in our home that my mom would not bake something, bake
Wow.
cake, fry chin chin, bake meat pie, all kinds of stuff. My mom used to like bake. She had a passion for it as well
Wow.
as a child.
Talking
So
about passion, what were your ambitions when you were growing up?
when you're growing up, you have different ideas of what you want to become
Exactly.
and what you want to do. Honestly speaking, owning a bakery was one of it. Yes. So this is a dream come true for me, that I today own and operate small scale bakery, but we are growing. We are growing, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. In life sometimes you want to do certain things, and life throws shades at you. You are not able to do it, and then you just let it go. But I thought, you know what? Let me give it a try. If it works, fine, and if it doesn't, I know that I tried. So it's one of the things that I am happy and I'm grateful to God for, that it has really come to actualization. And so I thank my mom of blessed memory, for that, unknown to her, of course, gearing me that way, And for my birthday, actually, the amount of chin chin that I fried, I also fried kwekere.
Ha!
Because my mom,
you guys need to come for that birthday.
My mom loved frying chips. Anywhere my mom goes, if she buys plantain, she's going to fry plantain chips. Any house help that stays with my mom will learn how to fry plantain chips.
By all means.
And so when my sister came in yesterday, she said, what did they do all this plantain do? I said, I want to fry plantain chips. You say, Mommy, they fry plantain chips well. She laughed. She said, it's true.
Okay, so there's this question we suspended. I want to bring it back. It's regarding family. Okay. What's the journey like raising a family? I mean, with all of this love you've mentioned.
To the glory of God, my marriage of donkey decades now, we have 2 wonderful children and 1 grandchild.
Wow.
And my kids know their mom is a happy mom. And to the glory of God, I've been able to raise my kids in a happy and, I would say comfortable, loving home. When you put God first and you shower love, you can only give what you have, really, in life. You can only give what you have, and if you don't have something, you can't give it. And so because I am this loving human being, and thankfully my husband is a very kind, sweet human being, and so together we've been able to raise our children in such an environment. And my kids are loving kids. Of course my husband is an introvert and I'm an extrovert. And so we also have 2 kids who are that same way.
Wow.
My son is me, bubbling, friendly, in short, too friendly.
Oh, wow.
But my daughter is more like her dad. And so we love people around us. So my little granddaughter, who is going to be 3 next month, I don't know yet. She's sweet, she's loving. And
and children can actually be something else nowadays. They can just be a mixture of both introvert and extrovert.
Yes.
Yeah. So wow, this is really amazing. So I want to know, it's been 6 decades, 60 years. What are the lessons you've learned? What are the challenges you've faced?
One thing I think with me is that I'm not so lucky to have how do I put it? Not committed friends, but dedicated friends. But because I think I give more as a friend to my friends than they give to me. When it comes to I got your back. When I tell my friend I got your back, I mean I got your back. I love with all my heart. And so, you know, I hate to push people away because you never know at the time you feel like, okay, I've not been so lucky with good friends. Then you now push away the one that would have been that good friend. So I try to be nice and kind and loving to people around me. And then when sometimes you hear some stories that are not really true, not true, and then you hear the source, you feel hurt. It's natural. But I've grown a thick skin. I've grown a thick skin. I don't care. You can say all you want to say. Do all you want to do. I'm not perturbed one bit. Not anymore. At 60, what are you going to say about me that you haven't said?
Exactly.
Oh, well, I got things to say about you too. So, bring it on. So, talking about life lessons, you learn something new every day. You learn something new, and so you keep moving. You fall, you get up, and you keep moving. Don't stay there where you fell. Keep moving, because you never know. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we're actually gliding to the end of this interview. But before we go, usually there's just this one thing you'd love to tell your younger self if you were to travel back into time. What's this one advice you would love to tell your younger self?
If I had to do it again, I have two beautiful children, like I said. I would have loved to have 6 children. Yes. I love the large family. I know my sisters at the time I was having my kids. Oh, have more kids, have more kids. I was like, no, 2 is just enough. I have a boy and a girl. Yeah, 2 is enough. But today, that's one of my biggest regrets. Wow. I wish I had more. But I'm thankful to God. I'm very, very grateful to God for the 2 that I have. I have. But some people don't have. And honestly, some people, but I'm happy that I have those 2 children. But if I had to go back to my younger years, I would have started having children much earlier, and I would have had a whole lot of children. I would still be who I am today. Of course. I can so that's so that's my encouragement. When I see young people that have good number of children, I applaud them, I admire them. Wow. I wish I had more. Wow. But I'm going to adopt more kids. Now that I'm in Nigeria more often, yes, that's the goal.
Oh, okay. So you said you're in Nigeria more often.
Yes.
Is there a plan, a dream, something magnificent that we are expecting from you?
No, I've been in the US for over 40 years, and so it's time to come home. It's time to come home. It's not you don't just get up and go. It's a gradual process. It's a journey, and so you just you blend in because you were born here. I was 17 when I left, but I'm fine. I blend in very well. Wow. And so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, Mommy, before we go, what are the giving back to the community? What are the achievements you've made so far? A few of them in life. Maybe you could share with us.
Okay. As a Benin woman, proudly a Benin woman, I love doing stuff for my community. I really do. And I was given the opportunity when I was the Women Affairs Coordinator of Edo National Association Worldwide.
Whoa!
Yes. I was privileged to have occupied that position for 6 years. Wow. And in that 6 years window, I was able to reach a lot of women, Edo women across the globe. I was able to impact lives with the women. And here in Nigeria, in Benin City in particular, we touched a lot of lives. Did a lot of backpack book giving projects, engaged in helping, empowerment with young women, giving back to the orphanage community. Actually, was it 2 years ago? I had a big party at the Ministry of Women Affairs here in Benin, where we cooked a lot and gave gifts and gave away some few items to the children in the orphanage homes in the state. And so I enjoy doing that, and I want to continue doing that. Wow. It's something I have a passion for, to give back to the community. Yeah, my kids are grown and pretty much on their own. So what else is there to do? I've done everything I wanted to do, really. I lived my life. Wow. I'm happy with my life. When I look back, in the rear mirror and see what life I have lived, I'm happy and I'm content. That's
Indeed.
one thing in life, you have to be content. So giving back, helping others, lending a helping hand to especially women. I'm passionate about helping women. And so I pray God gives me the opportunity to do so
Amen.
with children.
Amen.
Yes.
Indeed, it is a milestone. 66 decades. Oh my God. I will get there someday and I will be so proud. Mommy, we love you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. It's not an easy journey, it's a journey of resilience, growth, faith, passion, ambition, and of course, of everything we've said today, one thing I've learned is love. Mommy gave so much love because she received love. So please, if you're watching this today, show love to someone and you will definitely receive love. Till next time on the Mortal Lady TV, I am Onomi Agbaje and we have our mommy here, Mrs. Adesuwa Obasoha, completing 60 years tomorrow.
Thank you.